Hello, everybody. It's Big Al with more content in Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So, there's been lots of questions about is Boromir worth ascending? So, I'm going to go through his skills. I did some testing on some mobs. I'm going to share my results with you on that. Okay? So, first, let's go into Boromir himself. Where'd he go? There we go. Okay, we're going to start with his skills. And he is definitely a support commander. Now, the question is, can he be used as a tank? So first, Warden is the skill that you're going to want to max out first. 3 allied formation units gain a 45% chance to evade damage from the first 4 hits. Get it to level 5, it's the first 5, and then the unit hit points on him also gain 10%. So that could be a nice chunk. His R4 skill, Air. Each round, defense of the commander's formation plus 4.2, and it's modified by command, and it can stack. At R5, it stacks to 8 times. Level 10, it's 10 times. So, off the bat, without any modification, if it's full, you're getting 7 plus 7 defense to Boromir and his formation unit for round 1. Then it would go to 14 round 2, 21 round 3, and so on. So it can stack up to 10 times. So you could have plus 70 defense without any modification on Boromir and his unit on round 10. Another skill is Horn of Gondor. Attack of 3 allied formations. So that means the commander and the unit. Plus 9 for 1 round, and it's modified by command stat. And this has a 1 round cooldown. So it's going to fire off in round 2, 4, 6, and 8. So level 5, it gives you plus 5 on your unit attack, and at 10, it gives you 4 formations. So, two of the skills that you would use modify off of command. He also has a damage skill, but again, 1 damage skill isn't enough to make him a damage commander. He is a support or a semi-tank. So you're going to want to build him with command, which I have him set up with the cutlass with the best in slot purple gear for a tank or a support that modifies off of command. I also have the fortitude gear effect on him. So now I'm going to go show you with, if you ascend him, he gains commander damage. Not important, we're not using him for damage. He would gain some commander health, HP. Well, that's always a good thing. And then he would also get plus 30 command. Command is a good thing always because if you look, it helps with damage received, damage dealt, and healing granted. So I did some testing on level 35 mobs. And we're going to start right here. Okay. Boromir starting Iron Warriors has 142 defense. And that's with the unit defense and everything from his gear. So automatically he gets plus 7. Okay. And I built him with his skills with the evade skill, and I maxed out the air skill, and then just put 1 inside of Horn of Gondor. So when it came down to it, on round 1 it adds 10.3 unit defense and commander defense. By round 5 he gets 51.4. So if you think about that, round 4 is going to be about plus 40 defense for the unit and the commander. Well, round 4 is when Durin's Blood and a lot of the other damage dealing skills go into effect. so plus 40 is good on defense. I was running him with 2 melee units and 2 range units to use him as kind of a tank, half support, and mostly for that evade. And when you go through the reports and read them, it equates, because he started off with 7 defense when it's not modified, and I had 334 command on him right there. So he gained 3.3 defense points. So it pretty much equates to he gets 1% of his command added to the air defense modification. I also looked at the Horn of Gondor. He started at 1.8, and that's only with 1 point in there. And it modified the 2.8 attack for 3 formations every other round. So now I did testing with Boromir with just him having the melee units and everybody else having ranged units, so that hopefully all the damage would be, well, not all, but most of the damage would be directed at him. So as you can see, he lost 395 hit points off of that one. And let me go to the first report here. And I did multiple hits on mobs so that I had a range. I did 3 in each way. And this one, he lost 434 hit points. So, and that was about the average. When he's running the melee units by himself, a little bit less damage. Now here is where I changed his skills. I wanted the evade skill. I put 5 in air and 5 in Horn of Gondor. Pretty much getting him more as a hybrid, kind of a support / tank, where he was buffing. Okay? So, with the numbers with that, and by the way, he took the least amount of hit points. When you averaged it out, I did 3 hits on each mob with each style. He took less damage when he was the solo melee unit. So air modified from 4.2 to 6.2, and that's the defense, and that stacks. So by round 4, you're looking at an additional 24.8 defense for Boromir and for his units. The Horn of Gondor, round 2, now it has 5 points in it. When it was modified, it went from 9 attack to 14 attack. And that's on 3 formations. That's the commander and the unit. So, after my testing, a couple things that are for sure, well, that I found the best. He definitely needs gear with command and unit defense. I think this hybrid where he's split between air and Horn of Gondor does the most, because he's going to be having high command, which helps the damage. He's going to have unit defense, which is going to help the damage received as well. Plus, with air, he gets some more added defense. So, in my opinion, this is the way to build him. But when you're running him in a formation, would he be an A-team commander? No. I believe he could be a solid B team commander with conditions. 1, he would need to be ascended. You're going to need that extra command, extra hit points, extra skill points as you level him. 2, he would have to be on a line with a better support. He would have to, I would say, probably have like a Gandalf the Grey with him. That way, White Council helps him tank in the first few rounds before he gets multiple stacks from the skill air. So, I think he could be a solid B team commander as long as he has a good support like Gandalf the Grey and you ascend him. So, And that would have to take a little bit more testing on if you'd use 2 melee units, one on Gandalf, one on Boromir, and then the ranged on the other two. And this is for a role play server, because their good side doesn't have the taunt troops except for Gundar, which we aren't Gundor. So, do I think Boromir is usable? I do. I think he, like I said, is a B team, but has to have certain conditions met. So, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I will bring up his skills again. You want to max out the evade, because that's huge. And then I would split points between air and Horn of Gondor. That way it's helping your damage dealers do damage. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.